Hey guys, what's up? Eddie Aho here with KissAnalog.com. Today what I want to do is show you how to make a more professional connection. You know, when you strip your wires and you try not to get any stray strands, well, that's part of the job, right? And then if you have one of those terminals you put the wires into and you scrunch it down, well, you know, sometimes you twist it to kind of keep the wires together, but they kind of get flattened out and you just don't know how good of a connection that's going to make, right? Well, a ferrule. A ferrule is a thing that it's like a barrel. You put your wires in it and then you squish them down, and then that way when you put this ferrule into your terminal and you squeeze that down, it makes a nice solid connection. You don't have these wires spraying out, okay? So let me show you, and it's really easy. And it turns out these are pretty low cost. I'll talk about the cost in a minute, but I want to show you what these things look like, okay? And there's a little bit of a difference in how they do the crimp, and I'll show you what that looks like. I don't know if one's better than the other. It might depend on what kind of crimping, what kind of terminals you're putting them into. But I think overall, it's just better. Either one is better than having a bunch of loose wires. So yeah, it keeps your wires all together, all that kind of stuff, and it makes it look real professional. So I just happened to end up using one of these on an install where I was helping a friend put a new solar charger in, and it just made the connections look so much more professional. So let me show you what this looks like, okay? All right, guys, so here's our two crimpers. I'll just show you the front back of this one so you can read it yourself. Shows all the different sizes of ferrules. And that's what the Sanuke looks like. All right, guys, and here's the Kaiweets. Okay, so here, let's open these up so we can look into them, okay? All right, so let's see what we get. All right, so it looks like we got some gloves with kind of a rubberized grip and more cloth on the back side. And wonder if it's medium size. Oh, it'll stretch. Well, actually, my fingers can't get in. It's medium. I can't get my hands in. Hands are like kind of large size. So gloves are probably medium size. I'd probably have to, I don't know if, maybe I could stretch my fingers in. I'm not sure. But okay, so that's what the crimping tool looks like. That's the back side, of course. All right, I was looking to see if it was checked off to see which tool it was. All right, so now these guys are auto ratcheting. You see how that ratchet works? And then you push all the way in and it pops loose. So bring it in. And it looks like there's maybe some adjustment here with this set screw. So that's our 6 sides right there. Okay, we'll crimp some wire. I'll show you that. And here's all the crimps you get. Okay, and that's how they size them, it looks like. Okay, by color and stuff. And that should be, I would think that the Kaiweets is going to be sized the same way with color at least. Okay, this guy has kind of a little thing where you can zip tie him locked. Then you can pop it open that way. And now we get a nice cutting tool here, so that's cool. So we can, looks like we can strip the wire, and so that's nice. Little bonus that we didn't get with this guy. And here's the tool. Okay, now this guy, it's a square one. You can see that square, and it comes down in square. It has the same kind of setting here, and the same kind of ratchet. Okay, so now the grip on both of these, I believe, is like it's the yellow and the red's kind of a harder plastic. I think it's called a TPP. It's a thermoplastic, and then there's this polypropylene, kind of a soft rubber on the black portion. On both of them, the black portions are kind of soft. So, yeah, pretty much identical size, right? So there's like 3 flat blades in here, 3 flat blades in there. So similar construction. Put the backs together and the fronts. Yeah, similar construction on them. Okay, here, let's crimp something. All right, since we got strippers with this one, let's try this first. Now, this is 18 gauge wire, which I believe it, fits this blue one. So now we could nip off the end of the wire. I can't actually see the wire in the end of this, so I'm going to strip it off down here somewhere and we'll just see what happens. Right about there, probably. I'm always afraid to cut through too much of the wire. I don't think I got enough off. Maybe I did. Yeah, it looks like it's just enough to go inside the barrel. All right, let's try to get this on there. It's just shy of the end. I'm going to get a little bit more to make sure I get a good crimp. All right, so let's get this on there. A little bit of wire coming out the end there, and let's try the Kaiweets first, the square one. Okay, so all you have to do is drop it down to the end of the plastic and start squeezing, and then squish it, and then look at that. That's a nice terminal, right? Got a little wire there, and you can snip off the end if you want to. That's barely coming out, so I think that's about right. So here, let's try this other one. Now, I'm just going to use the Knipex. It's a lot easier than that other tool, the freebie one. So we'll try one of their terminals, see if it feels any different. They look the same to me, these Ferrules. Whoops, let's get them all in there. Okay, we want to get all the wires in. There we go. And we'll use the Sanuke, okay? So start to drop it over, start to squeeze, and until you get it in there all the way, hold the wire. And whoops, look at that. It didn't feel like it got real tight. So, wow, that's interesting, right? Okay, let me try one of theirs. Wow, I wonder if that was... Huh. That's kind of actually interesting that it didn't squeeze it. Let's try one more time. Okay, that time it got on tight. Geez, I don't know what I did there. I'm going to try to see if I can squeeze this any tighter. Yeah, you can squeeze them twice, and then look, it gets down to a pretty small hole. So, man, maybe I just let go too soon, but there you go. It makes a nice solid connection. All right, guys, so the square one's on this side and the hectagon one's on this side. So this one's a little bit more round. This one's a little bit more square. Either way, I think they're going to go in your terminal blocks real easy and you'd be screwing them down. So, yeah, there you go. Let me show you one more thing you can do. All right, what if you had 2 14 gauge wires? Let's try this. I think that's going to be, okay, that would be close to a 10 gauge maybe. Let's see if that works. They're just barely starting to protrude out. Push them both in there all the way. And let's try the Kaiweets first. All right, that's a nice connection there. Wow, okay, that fit good. All right, guys, let's try the Sanuke. Okay, got them all down in there. Bring over the Sanuke. There we go. Here, let's take a close up. All right, guys, so this square one right here is the Kaiweets, okay? Nice square terminal. And here's the hectagonal one from the Sanuke. That's what they look like. And, whoops, Okay, that was probably too small. Yeah, that was too small on both of them. All right, so let's try the blue one. Maybe you guys are yelling at me like, hey, do the blue one. Is it the first blue one? Okay, 214s into a 12. That seems way too small. I think it might be closer to this gray one here. I'm not sure what size that's supposed to be. Let me know in the comments down below, you guys. I'm sure someone out there knows. But that seems like a tighter fit. Yeah, that's it. Okay, let's compare both of them. Okay, let's get the Sanuke. Okay, that's tighter. All right, guys. Okay, guys, this is the square one, the Kaiweets. And this is a Sanuke, the round one, the Hex. So, what do you think? Both nice, strong connections. So that's a nice way to put 2, maybe 3 wires together before you put them in the terminal. That's especially troublesome, you know, when you get the wires there and there and you tighten it down. Some of them come get squished out or whatever. This is a nice way to keep all your wires together. When you go in terminal block, it'll keep them together. All right, guys, so what do you think? The Kaiweets or the Crimping? Kaiweets is nice. They're both 1,200 piece units, 1,200 piece of those ferrules. This one fits inside the case, so it's nice. One case fits all, and this one you carry it outside the case. So, yes, it's just depending on if you want round or square. So I did use the Crimping to strip the wire. A little bit easier. I mean, this will do in a pinch, but a little bit easier to use an actual tool, right? I've got a Kaiweets version of this. I'll have to show these side by side. If you know Crimping, you know, Crimping makes top-notch tools, but I gotta say that the Kaiweets have been hitting it out of the park too. So, Kaiweets sent this to me for free. Thank you, Kaiweets. I've got some links down below. I'm gonna look see if I have a link for Amazon. I believe the price on the Crimping is normally $25, and I saw it. I think there's a $5 coupon on Amazon. I have to see if I also have a discount code for that. Might be able to put it on top of that. At the website, you can definitely put KA15 for Kiss Analog 15 with any kind of sell. What I've noticed is it adds to the, you know, it also takes off on the sell price. So that's really cool. Kaiweets does that for me. But yeah, thanks Kaiweets for sending that out for free. I bought the Sanuke. I bought this one a couple years ago maybe. So I've been meaning to use it, and I kind of forgot about it until I got this one. I thought, hey, this is a good chance to, you know, to kind of do a shoot off and see how good the Kaiweets stuff is, because they're kind of new to the market as far as all these hand tools, I think. So thanks Kaiweets. I want to thank my team members, my patrons, all that kind of stuff. You can become a patron or a team member by hitting the links down below. One-time donation, you know, if you want to hit that thank you button, the super thank you button, and just liking the video helps a lot, guys. Free way to support the channel. Using links are a free way to support too. So I think Kaiweets is starting to give me Amazon links that work with my discount code too. Not sure. Maybe it's just on certain items. But anyway, if it's there, you'll see it down below. Okay? Yeah, using professional tools, guys, it makes your jobs look a lot nicer, especially when you're putting wires together and you're trying to put them in one of those posts that you're trying to screw down. It's a lot nicer to use these ferrules to put the wires together, keep them all together, and then screw them down, right? And by the way, if you have a hoodie, shorts, or even your shoes, and you have the little plastic things, sometimes they're metal, and they come off the lace and then they kind of come unraveled. There's clothing ferrules you can get. You can probably use these as well, and you can use these tools to crimp those down. So another use for a ferrule tool. And the price, I think this one's 27 bucks, 25 standard price on sale. I think $5 off now, $20. I mean, for that price with all the ferrules, that's a pretty good deal, I think. Let me know down below if you guys use ferrule crimpers. For some reason, I haven't used them before. So I used it for that solar install, and I really liked the way it looked and the way how good the connection felt. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, okay? And thanks for watching the video. All right, guys, we'll see you next time.